I've been itching to talk about this. Hey guys, so big news came out this past week that's still a rumor, hasn't been confirmed, and that is a schedule for the DC Cinematic Universe all the way up till 2018. Supposedly this is news that's supposed to be released during Comic-Con, which is happening next month at the DC panel. And for whatever reason, supposedly somebody was able to get their hands on it. They leaked it online. Looking at this schedule, I feel like there's a possibility that this schedule can actually be true. And I want to go over that. I want to go over why I think it's going to be true and why it's a positive thing and it's not something that people should look at as a negative thing. Now, the first thing on the list is for May 2016, Batman versus Superman, something that we all know is going to happen. Obviously, it's going to happen. So that's something that we can obviously confirm that it's going to happen. The second movie that's on the list is for July 2016, and that's Shazam. Now, this one is one that has been confirmed as happening in the sense of WB say that they are going to make a Shazam movie. I remember this being announced a few months ago, that they announced Shazam along with Sandman, Fable, and The Metal Men. So those were movies that they confirmed that they're going to be working on. So this is something I'm not super surprised about, but at the same time people are surprised by it and or are debunking it because it's so soon. I don't understand how that's not a possibility, because we're in 2014, 2016, July 2016. There's still 2 years for them to make this movie. We don't know what they have for this movie. They possibly already have a script for it. They possibly already have people lined up to work on it. They possibly already have a director. I mean, these are things they can possibly announce during Comic-Con. So the fact that people are debunking this as possibly not being something that can happen, I don't understand why, because if it's going to be a Shazam movie and it's going to be just about Shazam, that this movie can happen. I mean, Star Wars Episode 7 just started to film last month and it's supposed to come out next year, and that's a really big movie. So if that's possible for that to happen, why isn't it possible for the WB to make a Shazam movie about one superhero? The other film that's on the list is for Christmas 2016, and that is Sandman. This, again, this is obviously going to happen because they already announced it. They announced it last year it was going to happen. Joseph Gordon-Levitt already has been interviewed. He already talked about it. It's already basically been confirmed. All they need to do is cast people and put it into production. They're already working on a script. Possibly they already have a director. Maybe Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to direct it. Maybe he's going to star in it. It's not unbelievable that Sandman has the possibility of releasing on December 2016. So again, I don't see why people have tried to debunk that. It makes perfect sense because they've already been working on it. So why not? May 2017, Justice League. Again, Justice League has already been confirmed. They already confirmed they're going to film Batman vs. Superman, and right after that they're going to go into Justice League, and it's going to happen. So again, you can't debunk this. It's already been confirmed. It's going to happen. So yeah. July 2017, Wonder Woman. Now this is one that people have debunked because of Gal Gadot. They believe, or Gadot, whatever how you say her last name, they believe that she will not be able to film Batman vs. Superman and then Justice League and then a Wonder Woman movie because they feel like that she would be too tired because of physical strain on her body or something or another, which for me doesn't make much sense because we don't even know how big of a role she's going to have in Batman vs. Superman. And for her to go from Batman vs. Superman to then Justice League, which she'll probably have a bigger role, and then to go into Wonder Woman, I don't think it's a big strain on her. And she's an actress. I mean, that's her job. I mean, people work 5 days a week for 12 months out of a year, and they're able to live just fine every day and deal with life. So she's going to be getting paid a lot of money, and also she has nothing else lined up. So she has the time to make 3 movies back to back if this is true. So I feel like a Wonder Woman movie happening right after Justice League is very much possible for it to happen if they schedule it correctly. The next one is Christmas 2017. the Flash and Green Lantern team up. Now, I think this is also very possible because if you've seen my review for the Flash TV series, I was talking about how amazed I was by how it looked. Like, it looked really grand and big, and the visual effects didn't look like something that we normally see a lot of on television. I felt like the WB was spending a lot of money on this TV show, which made me think, like, why are they spending so much money and pushing this TV show as much as they are if they're not possibly maybe thinking of taking that franchise and then implementing it into a movie. So I feel like they're kind of grooming the Flash TV series into something more than just a TV series. Who knows? But again, none of this has been confirmed, but I'm just saying why I think there's a possibility that this could be true. Now, the last one is for May 2018, and that's Man of Steel 2. Now, this I also believe to be true. I mean, why not? So it doesn't mean like people are going to forget Superman after the fact. It's been like 5 years since his last solo film, because we're going to see him in Batman vs. Superman, and then we're going to see him in Justice League, and then we're possibly going to maybe see him in Wonder Woman, and maybe we'll see him in Shazam. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's not going to be like, oh my god, it's been such a long absence since we've seen Superman. We'll see why this can be debunked or why people think this is ridiculous, because we're going to be seeing Superman in 2 other films before we see him again in his own solo film. This schedule seems very much believable. I feel like as a DC fan and things I've, read online and things that are happening with DC when it comes to the TV series and movie-wise, I feel like this is going to happen. Now, a lot of people are complaining about this because they feel like WB is rushing all these movies, that they're trying to play catch-up. My issue with this is that I personally have had issues with the WB not doing enough with the DC characters that they have with this the DC Comics franchise. They have so many characters. Like, there's so many great characters in the DC universe, and they're not doing anything with them, or they haven't been doing anything with them for such a long time. And now that they're actually announcing that they're going to be making movies based off of these characters, or they're making TV shows based off of these characters, this makes me happy. And the fact that people are like, oh, they're rushing it, they're just, trying to play catch up. And these are like the same people who were complaining about WB not doing anything with the DC universe. And it's like, you want this or you don't want it? Like, what do you want? The fact that they're putting the ball in motion is something that we should all be very happy about. So it's like a lose-lose with the WB and DC. If they don't do anything, people complain that they're not doing anything. When they're actually finally doing stuff, people complain that they're rushing it. I feel like this is something we should embrace and be happy that they're finally going to be doing something with these characters. Even if there's a possibility that all these movies end up being crappy, at least they're freaking trying to give us what we wanted. We complained and we whined for so many years, asking for the WB and DC Comics to do something with this universe when it comes to the cinematic universe, and now that they're delivering, we're still complaining. I just thought I needed to make this video and explain why I think this is a possibility this could be true, and just basically vent as to why I just don't understand the complaints as to why people have an issue with the WB and DC finally doing something with these characters that they have. So that is my thoughts on the DC Comics Cinematic Universe rumored schedule. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Edge of Tomorrow is directed by Doug Liman. It stars Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, and a bunch of other very talented actors and actresses. Now, the premise of the story follows a character named Kate, played by Tom Cruise. He gets himself in a situation where he gets the ability to relive his life over and over again every single time he dies. And because he gets into this situation, he goes and seeks out the help of this one character that is the face of the special forces that he's in that fights this war against